Robinson drives to the hole. It's short. Robinson's second chance points, and Ouachita has a new NCAA-era scoring queen.
Marmaduke, Arkansas. Just over 1,000 people call this community home. And as they say, home is where the heart is.
The mutual love and respect for the town and for the school and for basketball. Probably been picking up basketball ever since I could walk. I grew up in a gym. That's all I knew, and that's all I cared about doing when I was younger.
Elementary basketball.
But it was her second grade year that really, she wanted to get rid of the glasses and get contacts because of basketball.
Basketball runs deep in Marmaduke, but so do family ties for the Robinson family. One person ties those two together seamlessly. Heidi's pawpaw.
Whenever they would come out of the locker room, he's sitting in a spot and he was bald-headed. He'd have a cap on. She'd take his cap off, rub his head, kiss it, and then that was their ritual before the game.
That ritual continued throughout Heidi's high school career, along with Heidi's success on the court. Throughout her 4 years of playing on the varsity team, she would leave a lasting impact on the community and girls basketball program of Marmaduke, Arkansas.
Started when I was a freshman. I played on the high school team, and so I got to play with a group that was 2 years older than me. That was pretty good. I got to play with another good guard, Risa Hampton. She played at Williams Baptist for 3 years and had a pretty good career there, and so she made my job a lot easier. I just got to run to the corner and shoot threes, so I enjoyed that. And then Bean came along my junior year, and we made the most of that. And out of those 4 years, I got Final Four run, Elite Eight run, Sweet 16, so would have liked to gone all the way, but it wasn't in the cards for us, but we made the most of the runs that we had.
We grew up together like best friends, but we never went to school together, so that always caused us a divide. And we also, any school I went to, I moved a lot because Dad was a coach. It was always Marmaduke Heidi versus Brooklyn Bean, Riverside Bean, Kennett Bean, whichever school I went to, so there's that divide. But then we also lived through the woods, so we always had our secret passage to each other, and we always played. And then we grew up, it was always Marmaduke versus Riverside until my junior year. I moved here, and then it was just the dynamic duo that everyone was waiting for. From kindergarten, I went to Marmaduke, so we were together, and then everyone just was like, when's it gonna happen again? When's it gonna happen again? And then it did, and then everyone's like, this is what we've been waiting for. We reffed them in elementary. And so, I think it grew us closer, and we had a great bond on the court because of that.
It's just special. You could tell when she was in middle school. I have a niece that's the same age as Heidi and Bean, and we would go watch their middle school games, and she just moved different. You just knew her savvy on the court was different, her court vision was different, her ability to make moves were different, and as she just got older, it kept getting better and better. And my first personal game with her was she was a 7th grader, and we were hosting a team camp here. And we were playing a school called Earl. It was kind of a rival at that time. They were on a pretty good run and stole the ball as a 7th grader in overtime to salt it away. And you just kind of felt like then that she was just going to be a little different, and she just always was.
I just fell in love with the campus. We grew up going to Super Summer there, church camp, so it just made it 10 times easier to make the decision. So Marmaduke, Arkansas is home, and it always will be no matter where I go. And to take it to Arkadelphia is just amazing. Ready to put it on the map again.
Heidi finished her Marmaduke career with over 2,600 points and multiple deep state tournament runs, becoming one of the most successful Lady Greyhounds of all time. It was time to take that success to Bill Vining Arena, but with that would come adversity. During that time of adversity, Heidi saw one person as a true model of what it means to overcome adversity. The person that she held dear and met outside the locker room all those times before she took the court as a Greyhound. her pawpaw.
The guy basically had 9 lives. He suffered a stroke in I think 2007. That's pretty big one. But he came back stronger than ever. He limped around, couldn't use the right side of his body, but you wouldn't have been able to tell that anything was wrong with him. He was just, so that seeing him go through that and then come back and just live a normal life like nothing ever happened was amazing. Showed me that if he can do that, then I can do anything. It's tough going through injuries. I had one in high school. I tore my labrum my junior year of high school, and I played this season with it and got surgery before my senior year. So just kind of already prepared for it in a way. You don't want to be prepared for those kind of situations, but going through that in high school kind of prepared me for what was to come and what I was going through when I got here. And yeah, 3 coaches in 4 years isn't ideal, but I'm glad I stuck it out. Coach Nick has been, and Coach Tyler have been amazing. Yeah, going through the ACL injury was probably one of the worst experiences I've ever been through, right in the middle of one of the hardest years ever too. But I had great teammates and family that were able to see me through, and you know, then coming back the next year and playing in a knee brace that felt like I had concrete on my leg was not ideal either. So I was pretty glad to ditch that this year. Had a great coach last year that was very supportive as well. I try to treat every game like it's the same, but sometimes I can't help it when it's a close rival game.
Senior guard from Marmaduke, Arkansas, number 30, Heidi Robinson.
The time for talk is over. Now all that's left to do is battle. This is Battle of the Ravine 2026. Posting up, kicks out, Robinson, contested 3, falls. Tigers draw first blood.
It reminds me of back in high school playing against Rector.
Robinson gonna have to fire away with a deep 3. Gave her too much space, and the triple will fall. Kick to Robinson, open again for 3. And again, it's going to rattle around, and the former Marmaduke Greyhound gets the shooter's roll.
I just look over there and just see who's on the other side, and I'm like, yeah, they're not going to get bragging rights of this town this week.
Now be careful moving forward. Robinson gets another triple to fall, her 4th of the contest.
Hit the first few shots and I was like, okay, I'm feeling good this game. I had no idea it would turn out the way it did, but you know, just a whole new set of confidence comes over me.
Trying to find a way around Samples, get some separation, shot falls from 3.
We kept getting texts too throughout the game. I'd get a message from Carson, 16 in 5 minutes, you know, what's she doing? And somebody in the family messages asking, who lit a fire under her this week? You know, and of course Carson's taking the credit. I did, I made fun of her form today.
Robinson hits another triple. The historic night continues, her 7th made triple of the game and a new career high for scoring. That makes it 32 points for the senior guard.
I don't really know how to describe it. It was almost just like, oh, Heidi's doing her thing.
Robinson goes around the defender and the bank is open.
In our minds, that's just Heidi doing Heidi things.
A 26-point ball game. Tipton swings it over to Robinson. Robinson drives to the hole. It's short. Robinson's second chance points, and Ouachita has a new NCAA-era scoring queen.
Heidi Robinson earned national and conference accolades after a historic performance. She's the WBCA National Player of the Week and the GAC Offensive Player of the Week. Marmaduke's finest dropped 48 points on January 22nd as Ouachita Baptist beat Henderson State 89-56. She connected on 9 3-pointers in the victory. Robinson set the OBU record for points in a game and tied the GAC mark. That's a look at Cade Sports. I'm Chris Hutchison.
I told her in a message afterwards, that if anybody thought you were past your prime, they're rethinking that now, because you're not. And then I also told her that I was amazed, but then I was not surprised, because I've seen her take over games before. Maybe not at the collegiate level, but I've seen that fire in her before, and it was I think I posted on my Facebook page, it was such a gift to see, because of everything that she's gone through. To get back where she was and to play and have fun like that was such a gift, and I'm just so thankful we were able to see it.
Yeah, for me, it was, I guess, I've told people, it was just one word, it was fun. I mean, it was just fun. And I think, through her journey, there's been some things that haven't been fun. And so it was just nice to see something that was fun. And, watching her get to do that, see that smile on her face. And, I told somebody, I said, that's the thing, the smile is, that's not been there all the time. And so getting to see her do that just makes it worth it. It makes the torn labrum in her shoulder, or the messed up ankle her senior year, or the torn ACL, all the stuff that goes with the sport. It just makes it worth it, and just getting her to see her do that. And not only the way she was happy, her teammates were genuinely happy, her coaches were. It was just one of those, I think people knew, in a sense, like, she's been through a lot, been through a little bit of a tough road, and it's just kind of good to see somebody get to do this.
Although Heidi was the star of the show on that January night, her teammates were right there with her. To be specific, the senior class of Ouachita women's basketball, which includes Heidi herself, Madeline Tipton, Abby Harrison, Audrey Winfrey, and Samantha Watson. Those 5 ladies have built a bond like no other.
3 coaches in 4 years isn't easy. A lot of adversity in those first 3 years. There's a reason we didn't all transfer. So I think we just have a special bond, and the hard times that we went through kind of helped that bond. So being able, in the moment, I don't think I realized how special it was, but going back and watching it, I got to realize like how happy they were just for me. And so it was really cool to just see some of your best friends be your biggest cheerleaders. It was also really cool to just see like everybody's parents be supportive as well. I think Audrey's mom almost fell down the stairs trying to get to me after the game, so that was really cool as well.
Heidi's a simple girl. I mean, get her on Riley Green, High School Musical with Troy Bolton, and a good Sonic drink. You've got our girl. That's Heidi.
There was a point when we told them they were not allowed to play one-on-one because somebody was either going to get hurt or mad.
Yeah, they got pretty intense, so we just was like, you know what, y'all just put it on the shelf for a while and don't play against each other. You can go to the gym, but stay on opposite halves. And but yeah, they always they still pick each other. They're still very competitive. And the day that she scored the 48, Carson actually sent a picture of her. I think Heidi was the game day photo on the OBU Instagram or something, and Carson sent a screenshot of it making fun of her form. And so she went at him. She went right back at him, and then she did that, and he was like, "Well, I'm getting some credit because I made fun of her. I made her mad." So there's still some rivalry there.
Bantering
yes,
between them.
Yeah, friendly banter.
NCAA-era scoring queen.